All right, let's go. Cheers. Cheers. Hey, Marnie, have you ever had one of those days or weeks where you just really feel like you're going through it?
I mean, yeah, I kind of feel like that's kind of normal, isn't it? I'm Marnie.
And I'm Megan.
And we're just trying to make it make sense.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe it is normal, but lately I don't know. I feel like I can't get ahead. I'm just super overwhelmed. Literally.
Kind of in a funk.
Yeah, like a funk, and everything is just too much right now.
Well, what kind of stressors are you talking about? Like the everyday stressors?
Yes, like getting through our normal grind for school and homework and after school activities and work stuff.
Just because it's an everyday thing doesn't mean that it can't be stressful. Like
That's true.
Getting up and getting kids out the door and getting the lunches made and making sure they have everything that they need for the day and getting them to school on time. Meanwhile, you're trying to get your stuff ready. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then a cat throws up, and then a dog's barking at the back.
Yes, it's true.
It's an everyday thing, but it still can be very stressful. So.
It is very stressful. And then you add to that, like, just the pile on things. Like right now, like with what I'm going through, it's, you know, Landon's birthday, which is on the heels of the holiday season. And, you know, why do I plan a big 18 girl sleepover?
Yeah.
You know, like, why do I'm doing it to myself, I feel like a little bit, but all the extras on top of the everyday.
For sure. Well, the pile on, like you mentioned, from the holidays. How about taking the holiday stuff down and putting the next holiday stuff up? So like we go from Christmas and now I'm like, oh my gosh, now I have to do Valentine's Day. Do we really have to do Valentine's Day, folks? You know
yes,
what I
you
mean?
do, because we look forward to your Valentine's.
I know, so
and
I do.
It's stuff we know we enjoy it, but gosh,
getting to that moment, it can be a lot.
It's overwhelming. And then pile on trips, right? So we have some winter break stuff coming up. We've decided to have a vacation, which is something I look forward to.
But it's a lot.
It's so much.
You're planning the trip. You're getting all of the ins and outs, the packing. What do we need? How long are we going to be there? Are you going to fly? Are you going to drive? For us, we camp. Booking the camping spot. Which friends are going with us? Which place are we going? I mean, bottom line, it sounds ridiculous because to me it sounds like, oh, it's a first world problem. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Like I hate to complain about things, but at the end of the day, we're still trying to do, like we touched on, all the normal stuff. The school, the sports, the dance, our jobs. Believe it or not, Megan and I also work.
Right.
We have full-time jobs.
And we feel like we're at max capacity just with the everyday, day-to-day, right? Like we're fitting it all in somehow.
Yeah.
You know? But then the pile-on stuff. But then there are also things like unexpected things that come up too, you know?
Microwave went out.
Oh yeah, that's right.
How are we supposed to have a meal without a microwave? I mean, I know. Once again,
let me tell you how you have a meal.
Queen of eat out.
Without a microwave.
Yeah, but I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but a little thing like a microwave going out, like that threw our family into a tailspin.
Yes, for me, dental expenses, you know, like
the braces.
Yes, or for my own mouth that I can never catch a break with, like I need a filling or whatever, root canal or whatever, and it's like, gosh, then you're stressing about when do I fit that in my already busy schedule.
Because you're going to need some recovery time.
Yes, and how do I budget for this? This is not something I want to spend money on. A new microwave, new teeth.
Yeah.
If your tire goes flat, whatever. I mean,
you want to know one that really sets me on edge and really takes a toll on me, which I know this is not for everybody, but for me personally, is illnesses. So like, if somebody in my family gets sick, not only am I like a lunatic for cleaning. I'm literally like,
okay, not the cleaning part.
She's lying.
But
lies.
She's right.
But I mean, like I am on hands and knees scrubbing all the things.
Prepping for it though too.
Yes.
Like if one goes down,
then you're
in quarantine.
Yeah.
And then I'm like in what's coming next, like.
But then I try to plan it out. So if Chet got sick today, and then it takes 3 days, and then Delilah's going to get it, and then me or Rich or both are going to get it 3 days up. So that's like 12 days that somebody is sick in our house. So like that goes on in my head.
It's an unexpected thing, but you were right.
And it does throw me into a tailspin.
Yes.
It really does. Like mentally, emotionally and then physically because I'm cleaning all the things, and I don't sleep well because I'm like, do I hear a kid?
Yes.
You know, like
Mhm.
it's just all the things.
It's
So
true.
I know that's probably not for everybody, but for me, it's definitely an extra added stress. But-
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you cope? Like when you feel all of these stressors piling on and piling on, what is your go-to method of trying to cope with it all?
I don't know that I have like the best coping strategies. I do internalize a lot of things, but I vent. Like I'm this is stressing me out. Like
Yeah.
my kids will sometimes be like, "Mom,"
Yeah.
you know, and it's I don't even know that I'm doing it sometimes,
I
or I
heavy breathe.
sigh. Yes.
Yes.
And then everyone knows I'm aggravated or frustrated. It's
And my
not-
family scatters like rats. They're like,
Yes, but it's not that I'm actually upset with anybody. It's just like
it's my,
I need to take a breath,
Yeah.
but I will call and let it out. Like if I've decided, okay, like my mental health is suffering, I need to let some of this out.
yeah.
I will call someone. I call Marnie. I
Yeah.
called Marnie this morning,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't know that I'm ready for this today. Like I just have a lot going
Yeah.
on, and kind of run down the list, and she's like talks me off the ledge, and we get through it. Like, Megan, get your makeup on, get your stuff together.
Get your butt over here.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you need that. You need a
Yeah.
person. I feel like you need a person, maybe other
Yeah.
than someone in your own home,
For sure.
because sometimes people can be desensitized if they're like, if your kids are seeing you stress, or my husband is seeing me stress over something, they're kind of
Right.
like, it's really not that bad.
Right.
But for me, it feels that way.
For
Like,
sure.
It feels heavy.
Well, and I think Des is a lot the same. When you have a husband that is super, super laid back, which don't get me wrong, I 100% appreciate, because I'm on level
Yeah.
10 and he's like a level 2. So it's really nice that I think I'm able to say, hey, I'm going to need you to be a little bit more engaged in this panic that I'm feeling. And he's able to say, hey, I'm going to need you to take it down a notch.
Uh-huh.
But I'm a lot like you. I'll internalize it at first for a while, and then I find myself getting angry
I've been
or even resentful.
yes,
Like,
or-
why am I the only one that is worried about this stuff?
exactly. And I can get sad. Like if something's going on in the world,
Oh, yeah.
right? And it feels heavy to someone else, and I watch that, and then
Yeah.
I'm like feeling guilty over my first world problems, right? And then I don't know, and then I spin out. I'm spinning out,
Yeah.
and I get maybe in a funk or depressed, and then I'm unproductive. I
Yeah.
don't want to do anything. So I call.
Yeah.
I call and let it out. And I think it's important to know the people that you can vent to. Yes. You need someone.
100%. I think another really good way that and again, maybe this isn't for everybody, but maybe those with kids, I find myself trying to when I start feeling all the things, like we've got this on Monday and this on Tuesday and this on Wednesday, we've got a free day on Thursday, but this on Friday and this on Saturday morning, I find myself setting boundaries and expectations for myself and for my kids. So if we've got things 5 days in 1 week, my kid's not coming home and saying, can so-and-so spend the night on day 6? It's not happening.
Right. No, I think it's
Like
great that you
setting
do that.
expectations. And I tell them ahead of time on Sundays, we always go over our calendar as a family, kind of either at dinner or after showers or whatever. And I'm like, guys, please, it is going to be insane this week. So all the frivolous stuff, just know that it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's good.
Like, and when I'm talking rough week, I'm even talking about, I've spun out on my kids.
Yeah.
Like, I had a morning last week where I yelled at both kids in the same morning. Like, my cats were walking around on tiptoes, you know? So,
I've done that. I've been
and
there.
it makes me feel horrible. So when I know that I've had one of those days, if I don't have something already blocked for the very next day on my calendar, I'm like, you know what? Rich is going to take the kids to school tomorrow, and I'm not going to look at my phone, look at my email, social media. I'm literally not picking it up until after lunch.
You need a recovery.
I need
It's an
recovery.
R&R.
Yeah, I do. I will clean up whatever I need to clean up. I'll fold some laundry. I'll put my stupid housewife shows on the TV, and I literally don't pick it up and that by the time I do pick it up, I'm like, okay, I can breathe again.
Yeah, you can
Let's
deal with
go.
it again. Yeah, I think it's good to have a way to just kind of tap out.
Yeah.
And know what it's going to be for you that you can unwind in.
I'm sure we're not unusual in the fact that everybody out there has their stressors,
Right.
whether it be the everyday stuff, the pile-ons, the extracurricular, and then the unexpected things. Everybody has that, we get. But I feel like sometimes I'm not the best at coping with them or getting over that hurt. So how do you guys do it?
Yeah, I'd like to know too.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like you mentioned, we're not alone in our struggle with this.
Yeah.
So somebody's got to be doing it better than me, because I right now today am falling apart. Like, I just feel like I'm at
Feels like a
maxed out.
I do. I definitely feel like I cannot have one more thing on my plate, and that includes the forks. Okay, so talking about planning and all the other things, what do we have going on next week?
Oh gosh, well, you know I don't like to use these words often, but we're talking about the F words.
Lots of F words. So join us next time as we give definitions for all of the F words. You won't want to miss it. And as usual, if you're out and about and you see us at one of the eateries or distilleries or ice cream shops now,
That's right.
tap us on the shoulder and say,
Mim's the word.
and your next scoop or drink is on us.
Bye, guys.